It was much better. Surprise for both of us. All right. Well, today we're going to talk about maybe two things, maybe not.
We'll see what time
Yeah,
tells.
but we're going to start with emails, business emails, creating emails in the office. And Tasha, I've always had this best practice that when you're creating an email, any email,
Yes.
it can be informational, it can be an angry email.
Like a response to something
Yeah.
that made you angry. Okay.
Do not put in the address of the person that you're going to send it to. Leave that part blank.
Yeah.
Just start to write the email.
Because if you accidentally hit it, then
Oh.
it'll go straight to draft. Now, I mean, so nowadays you don't have to worry about losing anything because it'll go to draft. And so you don't lose it, and you go to your draft to finish finish it. If you put someone's name in it,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
haven't finished it, but then you accidentally hit it and send it, it gets sent.
Yes. And you know, the worst thing about an incorrect email is it's always there. So if you have misspelling, if you haven't used correct grammar, if you're very angry in your email,
Yeah.
if you make a lot of caps or somebody has just really aggravated you,
Or you went ahead and cussed on.
yeah,
In it.
and your response is not the way it should be,
Yeah.
drafts. Definitely has to go in a draft. Do not put anybody's, and then what I used to do, well, I still do it, is I put it in the draft, I go back to it, check it, put it back in the draft, check it. I usually don't send an email, maybe after 3 or 4 times. Definitely want to make it sure it's
Yeah.
right.
And if it's not an urgent email to send, then I usually wait like a day, or maybe
Yeah.
even 2,
Yeah.
to see how my reaction. Because when my emotions are down and even keeled and I'm fine, I read it and kind of go, that really doesn't make any sense, or that just sounds worse than the situation really is. And then, I can tweak it a little bit to make it more sound and
Yeah.
say what I really want to say.
But the other thing that I recognize is when you get an email that's misspelled, it has misspellings in it, or somebody's using spell check, great. But the word there, THERE,
Yeah.
THEIR.
This is their,
Yeah.
this is their thing, and I'm there doing this, and they're both
right. So
reversed.
Right. Spell check won't pick it up.
Yeah.
And
Two and two.
Oh,
TO and TOO and TWO.
yes, all of those for sure. And the other thing, which has always been etiquette in sending emails, I don't know if anybody still does this, although I do it. If you have a number at the end, the number should be spelled out. So it should be, if you're talking about number 2 and it's number 2 period, it should be 2 TWO period, not the numeral 2. So, I mean, there's so many things, but, we are the society today is so used to texting.
Yes. And I think that's the other thing too. If you're texting an email, then you need to use the etiquette for emailing,
Yes.
like on a computer.
Yes.
Don't use text abbreviations.
Oh, so true. Except for FYI.
Yeah.
Which I always use.
Yeah, I always use that. And ASAP.
Yeah, those you can use. We don't know why, but they're acceptable.
And another thing too, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but if you really want to be heard, if you're just venting to be venting, then you can just do whatever you want. But if you really want to be heard, you probably need to make your email a little bit more precise. Because my thing when I was reading emails, and whether you're an employee or an employer, when you send out a long email, my thing is TLDR, too long, didn't read. And so if you want something to be read, then put your points in the beginning, and then just kind of like following the rules of grammar.
Yeah, that
when
is
you
such
writing an English grammar or English theme, it's like tell them what you're going to say it, and then tell them what you said.
That is such a great point, because when you get a long email, you begin to skim, or you shut down, you don't even want to read it, unless it's maybe from your boss.
Even for my boss, I had a hard time. And people that were under me when I was sending out emails had a hard time reading if I did anything long. Now, their biggest complaint after a while was that it was too short. But I'd rather have a response email than have them not read my email.
Okay, all right. Totally get that. Is there anything else? Or
Yeah.
emails? I think we've covered
Oh,
it.
well, I think the thing too, in the workplace, your email
Oh.
is not yours. I mean, it's your email, but anything in the workplace is not confidential and it's not private.
Oh my God. That's
It's
such a
not
good
yours.
point.
So you can say, you know what, I can't believe they read my email. Well, they have access to it.
Yep.
And yes, they're going to read everybody's emails. So if you don't want something known, then don't send it in a work email. And don't send it on the computer at work from your personal email either, because that's not private anymore either.
Well,
So
and that's true because companies, they own the email addresses that you have, right?
Right.
So yeah, so I guess this really is a full topic for email etiquette. And as you said, your email is not your own, it's the company's email. Things never get erased. They're there forever. So if you don't want a record of something, don't put it in an email. So let's give an example. Like if you wanted to speak with somebody because you felt that they did something incorrectly and they messed up something and you really were upset and you wanted to send an email, it might just simply say something like, so-and-so's first name. At your earliest convenience, I'd like to speak with you about a situation that occurred earlier today. It's very important that we speak within the next hour, 2 hours. Be specific.
yeah, if we can wait till tomorrow, put that down there also.
Yeah, so be specific in your email because I've sent an email, nobody responded. Now, if somebody is a text person, you may text them and say, I've just sent you an email, please look, right? I think that's extremely important as well.
Yeah, that also used to bug me because I'm one of those old-fashioned people.
Are
Either
you?
send me a text or send me an email. Email usually means I have time to look at at my convenience.
Okay.
Text means look at me now. So if you send me an email and then send me a text saying look at it now, you should just send me a text.
Well, yeah,
Unless the email was too long, But then it's like,
no, I guess that's true. I mean, things have really changed, but there's still a lot of formal communication that's done in the email. So understanding how to construct an email is important, and I think we've covered a number of things. Shouldn't be too long. Should be very succinct and to the point.
draft it.
Draft it.
Don't address it to anyone yet.
Yeah. Make sure that you really know what you're talking about or what you want to say, and
Make sure it flows, the content. You're not just bouncing around, but it just actually follows. Say what you want to say. Tell them what you're going to say it, then tell them what you said.
yep, absolutely. All right. So, have you ever gotten an email from somebody that's been angry?
Yeah, and the biggest thing too is no caps.
Okay.
All caps means angry still, so don't do it in caps. Check your caps.
Oh yeah, that's when people are yelling. It's like, why are you? And that's it's interesting. This has come up before. So many people read things differently in their minds.
Yes.
So you've got to be conscious of that because like all caps. I've gotten stuff with all caps. And I'm like, what the heck is going on with this person? No, that's absolutely correct. So I guess we thought we wouldn't talk about this, or we would.
Yes.
So we are.
It is a hot topic.
It is a hot topic.
But if you have any other comments or anything, please send it to us and please subscribe.
All right.
Yeah. I guess I've just cut us off. So hey,
No,
sorry
we're
about
not
that.
done yet. But anyway, we are done now. So
Yeah.
we're out. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.